If you have $10,000 sitting under your bed or $10,000 in a zero interest savings account or a zero interest checking account, then quite literally your money is going to be deteriorating right in front of your eyes in the next year. You could invest all of your spare cash into the stock market, but hey, there's a pretty decent chance that in the next 6 to 12 months, a stock market investment may actually yield a negative return. I do personally invest in dividend stocks, but the stock market is very unpredictable, especially right now. Half of the world is saying the stock market's going to go up and the other half is saying it's definitely going down, deepening recession. No one's really sure. So I would never put all of my eggs into the stock market basket. You could put all of your cash savings in crypto. It's been really good for people the past year or so. I'm joking, I actually do invest in crypto, but it's a long-term investment for me. If Bitcoin goes down to 15K tomorrow, I wouldn't care because I'm not gonna take my money out. But at the same time, I feel really bad for those a couple years ago that got a home equity line of credit and then spend it on Bitcoin at 60K. And then that didn't turn out well for them, obviously. Don't invest all of your eggs into the crypto basket. Definitely not the crypto basket. Very volatile market. This is my opinion. This is not advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just what I've seen has been rough. You could invest in real estate, but unless you have a ton of cash, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, the interest rate is going up like crazy. Interest rates for a lot of people are 8% right now. I personally am middle class. I can't afford to do any real estate investing right now. What if I told you that putting your money into a bank right now could be one of the safest ways to get a pretty decent return on investment on your money? You'd probably call me crazy. Jordan, all these banks have been going bankrupt. There's been bank runs going all across everywhere. All these banks are just going, they're going boom. They're going bye-bye. I was trying to do a Trump impression there, I'm sorry. I want to be honest with you guys. If you're not wealthy, if you're not moving around hundreds of thousands of dollars, most likely you are fine. You're not gonna lose your money at a bank. Have you heard about CDs? Do you know what a CD is? Well, old people do, rich people do. And old rich people, they know all about CDs. A CD, to put it simply, is just a savings account where you agree to lock up your money for a certain period of time with a bank. It could be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 2 years. Lots of banks have lots of different terms and periods of how long you're going to lock up your money with them. And this money will generate interest. And then once you get your money out, once the period ends, you'll have some interest on that money and you'll get a little more money than you put in. So Chase actually offers a pretty nice interest rate of 0.05 on their 6-month CDs, but only if you have a checking account there. If you don't have a checking account with Chase, then you're gonna get a nice little 0.01% interest rate on the 6-month CD. I'm sorry. Wells Fargo actually beats Chase here. They have a 1.5% interest rate on their 12-month CD. And Bank of America, well, they have a 0.03% interest rate on their 12 month. I was trying to be serious. 0.03% on their 12-month at Bank of America. I was absolutely joking. These are some of the worst interest rates that you get on CDs at any bank, and it's because these are the biggest banks. These are the banks that are deemed too big to fail by the government, so they can do basically whatever they want. They don't have to try to compete with the smaller banks because they're the big banks and they can do what they want. We have Discover Bank coming in at 4.75 for 12 months. CIT Bank coming in at 4.9 for 11 months. And then you have Western Alliance that is offering a 5% interest rate for 6 months. And beyond Western Alliance, you have a ton of little banks that are between 5% and 5.4%. Just Google it and take your pick. Without further ado, here is what you're waiting for. These are the highest interest rates that you will find on any CDs anywhere in the United States that I'm aware of. I couldn't find anything better than these. Coming in at number 3 is going to be NASA Federal Credit Union. Now, the catch here is you have to be an ex-employee at NASA or be involved at NASA or have been involved at NASA in some sort of way. Otherwise, I don't believe you can get involved in this credit union. But the rate is 5.5% for 9 months, which is really good. Just the problem is you have to have been part of NASA in some sort of way. And if you're not, which is going to be like 99% of us, you're not going to be able to take advantage of this 5.5% rate for 9 months with a NASA bank. Number 2 is going to be Ponce Bank. Now, they're not the highest interest rate that I could find. They're offering 5.1, but it's for a month. So you're going to get a 5.1% return on your money in 1 month. And this is the only bank that I know of that is offering this sort of thing, 1 month. Every other bank that I saw was 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, a year, something like that. Ponce Bank, on the other hand, is offering a 5.1% interest rate for 1 month. The downside to this is you're not going to generate a ton of compounded interest because, well, you're not going to generate any because it's only 1 month. The upside is you're literally getting a 5.1% return on investment on your money in 1 month with no catches that I know of, which is unheard of in banking. Number one is going to be First Horizon, offering a 5.5 interest rate on their 9-month CD. And no, you don't have to have been employed by NASA to get this 5.5% interest rate for 9 months. Now, some of you might choose Ponce Bank because you're going to get 1 month at 5.1 and just get a really quick flip on your money. I'm not a flipping type of person. I like the long-term investments a lot better. At 9 months at 5.5, you're going to get compounded interest. You're not going to get compounded interest in 1 month. So personally, I like the 9-month at First Horizon better than the 1 month at Ponce Bank, but that's totally up to you. Do whatever you want to do. This is not advice. I'm just giving you this information. Do what you wish with it. I hope this helps you guys in some sort of way. I hope you guys that just have $10,000 stashed under your bed can find a way to actually make money off of that $10,000 instead of just have it inflate away. I mean, the whole reason that I'm making this video is because last year I saved around $13,000 to $15,000 and did nothing, just sat there in my account and it inflated away. And as you know, last year's inflation was completely insanely ridiculous. I think it got up to like 8 or 9% last year. So my money just, a chunk of it went down the drain for no reason other than the fact that I didn't know that there were high interest savings accounts and high interest CDs and all that sort of thing. I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know unless you learn the information and can actually let your money make money for you. It doesn't have to only be the rich people that can do these sort of things. You can start doing this and be lower class or middle class like myself. I'm middle class. Kevin Leary from Shark Tank in a recent interview said it'd probably be better for the US to have something like 100 banks. We don't need thousands of small banks. It's just too inefficient. I completely disagree. I think having small banks is the reason that middle class people like me are able to find crazy interest rates on CDs and money markets. If there were only like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 really big banks in the United States, then you'd probably see a lot of 0.03 and 0.05 interest rates, but you wouldn't see a lot of 3, 4, and 5% interest rates. I think that would just disappear if we got rid of all the small banks. I love all the small banks. I love the decentralization in finance. I would like to see more decentralization in finance and not less. This is just my opinion. If you guys enjoy this video, please click the like button. If you got any interesting information out of this, that would help me a lot. I'm trying to decide, like, should I make this a channel? Or is this video going to be a one-off that no one watches? I don't know yet. We're going to see. With that said, I will see you guys next video. Much love.